All right, well, I'm trying something crazy today. I'm going to do a symbol and a fibble at the same time. So I've done some of these solves before where I did, you know, two different puzzles at the same time. Sometimes it's the same type of puzzle. I've done Zordle and Fibble before. I've never tried a symbol and a fibble, so I think this will be interesting because they are both sort of deceptive types puzzles, right? So Fibble, if you're not familiar with Fibble, the way Fibble works is it's like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. And then on Symbol, it's kind of like Wordle, but we're gonna get symbols over here off to the side rather than coloring the actual letters. And the symbols actually apply to the answer. So if we get a symbol that we think is a yellow in the first spot, what that's saying is the first letter in the answer is in our guess, not the first letter in the guess is in our answer. So it's a little bit backwards that way. If you're confused, go check out the website. They've got some explanations. It's once you kind of do a little bit, it'll make more sense, but it sounds confusing at first. But at any rate, so I think since Fibble has the first word already filled in for us, I am going to use that as my starting word on the symbol. And I've kind of got it, you'll notice on the screen there, I've got it lined up. So like the first word of symbol lines up with the first word of Fibble. But there's actually one extra guess in Fibble. So if we need it, I might extend that down to the final one, but I'm hoping I don't need it. But I wanted to make them line up nice, so. Okay, so we're gonna assume that these infinity symbols are gray. So, now the interesting thing is, for symbol, I want to do new letters, because we know quilt, none of those letters are in the answer. But for Fibble, I want to repeat letters, because I'm looking for contradictions. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna repeat just the yellow and the green for now for Fibble. I'm gonna repeat the I and the T. So what do we wanna do? Now it doesn't have to be necessarily in the same spot. In the same spot is helpful though. You know, we could do something like skirt. K's not a great letter, but that's not too bad otherwise. Let's go with that, why not? Okay, interesting, let's put it over here. And we'll go back. Okay, good. So the fourth letter is in skirt. Now, it could be the R if the flame is green. If the flame is yellow, then it has to be the S or the K, because we know it's not the I or the T. So, and K in the fourth spot isn't great. R is really kind of the best of those three, but the others are possible. Now, over here, we've got one of these two T's is a lie, so we know the I's are true. That's about all we know right now. So I'm kind of thinking, I want to reuse the, I think I like the R there. I'm gonna reuse the R. I might reuse the T again as well, actually. No, I don't, actually, if we did the R and the, no, we can't do the R and the, if we do the R, we don't want to do the S or the K. Because let's say we do something, something RS, right? Well, we get a flame. We get a flame again. We don't know if it's green because of the R or if it's yellow because of the S. So we don't want to do. We either want to do the R or the S or the K. But I kind of want to redo the R over here. What if we did something like teary? That would reuse the T for some contradictions potentially, reuse the R for a potential contradiction. The A could be, well, no, the A can't be because we don't know if where the I is, but, and over here, it would let us find out if the flame is a yellow or a green and check a few new letters. So that's not too bad, let's go with teary. Okay, so the flame is yellow. The flame is yellow, that's good. Okay, so there is a T in the grid for sure, because one of these R's is a lie. But that's the problem with reusing a letter in a different spot, because all we know is there's for sure a T. So we know these can't both be lies, I guess. One of these T's has to be true, the green or the yellow. Now both of the R's could still be lies, actually. We don't know that yet. Okay, let's look over here. So we know there's no R, right? So the flames are yellow. This flame, the fourth letter, is an S or a K, and the fifth letter is an E or an A. Oh, that's interesting. Because it can't be T, we know there's no T. It can't be the Y, because we know the flame is yellow. And it can't be R, because we would have had a flame in the 5th spot on skirt if it was R. So it has to be an E or an A. So it ends with either SE, SA, KE, or KA. I feel like SE and KE are the most likely. Now what's interesting though is, okay, we've done U and I. There's no U or I. There's only an E or an A at the end, and not the other letter anywhere. So we've got to have another vowel over here. There's no Y. It's got to be an O. There has to be an O. It's got to be like OSE. No, it can't be prose. What would this be? Chose. Chose is possible. I like that. I like chose. Chose is not super helpful over here, other than, you know, maybe some contradictions. We do have these greens here, so if we were to get a green on the O, S, or E, then we would know there was a contradiction there, but let's go for that. See what happens. Ooh, oh, it's not chose, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna look over here. So it is OSE. And the circles are green. But so the first 2 letters have to be letters we haven't done yet. Or, oh, we could have, no, we could have a double O. Goose or noose are possible. Or moose. Okay, goose, noose, moose is what I'm thinking there. All right, and over here, what did we get? We didn't get much of anything, unfortunately. Now, we know there's an I. That's one of the 5 letters, right? Let's assume for a minute the ART were all true. I don't know how that would work with the I, anyways. But then we wouldn't be able to have the H and the O. Okay, we know there is a T in the grid, in the answer too. So an I and a T. There's an I and a T. TH is pretty good. But what about something like birth? Is that possible? The R here would have to be the lie. The T up here would have to be the lie. The A would be the lie here. And the O would be the lie. That's possible. So is mirth, actually. And I had thought of moose over here. So let's do mirth. I think that's good. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna do this first. Okay, it's not moose. It's not moose. So what have we learned here? What have we learned? So the A or the R is a lie. I don't know if we've learned much. I'm inclined to think the I is true. Well, we know at least 2 of the 3 greens are true. So, and we know there is a T. So if the T was a lie, it would have to be T up here, which would mean this T would be a lie, which would mean the A is true, but the R and the A can't both be true. So that T cannot be a lie. That has to be a true T. Okay. Now, if the M was the lie, then that doesn't work, because the T, right, the T being true means that if the I, R, and H are true, the T has to be at the beginning. But we already said that that doesn't work, because if this, no, that does work, because this is true. We said this couldn't be a lie. This could be true. But the T at the beginning makes this a lie. No, which does make this true, so we can't do that. T at the beginning doesn't work, does it? No, it doesn't work. T at the beginning means this is a lie, which means these are both true. But if yeah, no, that doesn't work. I don't think the M can be a lie. That's what I'm saying. The M is true. The M is true. That's what I'm saying. Now, if the R is true, then the A is a lie here. But that's okay. That doesn't really cause any problems. The H is true. Then this H is true. That that doesn't really cause any problems. The R, I being true. One of those is a lie, though. One of those greens is a lie. If it's the H, that's the lie. Does that mean... Because we know there's an H or an O in the answer, right? So then the problem becomes, where is the H if it's not supposed to be there? And if it's supposed to be gray, then where is the O? I don't think the H is the lie. But we know there's an I in the grid somewhere, so if this is a lie, we still need an I somewhere. And that would mean the R and the H are true, but the T needs to go somewhere else. No, that doesn't really work. I don't think the I can be a lie. No, the I can't be a lie. It's gotta be the R or the H that's the lie. The R could be the lie because it's supposed to be fourth. Maybe the green R is true. So, R and T, something like that. If the yellow R is a lie though, that means the green A is true. So you'd have to do this. No, you can't. No. You can't put the T at the end then. Because, right, that's the problem. If the R is the lie, then the H has to be true. So, TCH? Ooh, what if we did that? But the problem is, if the yellow R is a lie, the green A is true, so you can't do that. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the H is the lie. If the H is the lie, it's IR, and then the T could be at the end, but the T at the end means the R has to be fourth, which doesn't work. If the R is third, we're not gonna do RRT. So that leaves us with the T and the R, the green T and R are the lies in the first couple. The A has to be the lie here, which means the T can't be at the beginning, the T can't be at the end, and the T can't be fourth. So that doesn't work. That doesn't work. If the H is a lie, the R has to be true, which means the A is the lie. The T can't be first, second, third, or fourth, but it also can't be fifth. Or so you have to have the R fourth. So the H can't be a lie. The R has to be a lie. What is this gonna be? Okay, so it's gotta be this, which means this is true. There might not be an R at all. If there's no R at all, these are both lies. Well, we know if the H is true, then we know this T is the lie. And we know there's a T in the answer, so this one has to be true. Could there be no R at all? There would have to be an A. It would have to be IA something H, and we know there's a T. The T would have to be at the beginning though. I don't think that works. I think I made a logical error somewhere because this isn't working. Something's wrong. Wait a minute. Why did I say the T had to be true? Hold on. Could this be the lie? If this is the lie, and it's IRTH, why couldn't it be a different, like birth? Yeah, I think that works. I don't know what I was thinking. That can be the lie, right? IRTH. Let's do girth, because I was thinking goose is a possibility over here. Okay, it's gonna be goose. Let's do goose. Okay. Let's do goose over here. It'll get us some more contradictions, I guess. Okay, well, one of these two O's, the yellow or the green, is a lie. So we know the SEs are true. Okay, so these are true. The S and the E, okay. We know that. What else do we know? I'm gonna erase some of the stuff that we put in before, because, I mean, the M can't be a lie. Could the G be a lie? How? It would have to be TIRGH, which doesn't work. So the G can't be a lie. So these are true. So one of these O's is a lie. If this one is the lie, then we have to have two O's. And I don't, could it be something else? Could it be like birth? All right, if these are the lie and it is IRTH, then this is true, this is a lie. Oh, this one is supposed to be a lie. I marked it true, but it's supposed to be a lie. Supposed to be a lie. This would be true. This would be a lie. This would be true. Lie, true, lie. Yeah, that works. Okay. So let's go with birth. What else could it be? I'm gonna try it. Ugh. I spent all that time doing all the stuff up here, and the T was the lie the whole time. I don't know why I discounted the T being a lie. Ugh. All right, well, we got there. That is a little bit tricky because you've got, you know, lies over here and you've got symbols over here and they're applying to the answer, and over here it's still applying to the guess, but maybe it's not because they could be wrong, and man, all right. Well, that kind of broke my brain a little bit, but I got there in the end, so one guess left on each puzzle. All right, well, anyways, let me know if you've ever tried a Symble and a Fibble at the same time, and if you did today's Symble and today's Fibble, how those went for you, even if you just did them by themselves. And if you thought I should have done something different with my guesses in there, different logic. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.
You're overestimating my ability to make a fire.
I bet if you needed to, Tom, you could make it happen.
You can do it.
Just my electric stovetop is still not working. I don't understand how to get
Tom,
heat.
you stack up your 5 pairs of glasses. Oh, it's not for sure that was gonna be it. Oh, what is this then? Oh, well, I mean, come on. And chart. All right, well, I'm glad I did. Something E. But we've used all the vowels though, so dangled. Dangled is better. Dangled is better.